European Union foreign ministers were set to discuss new sanctions against Syria's Assad regime on Monday as they urged an end to weeks of Russian and Syrian attacks on the city of Aleppo. Monday's foreign ministers' meeting follows a weekend of high-level international diplomacy on Syria and comes ahead of talks among EU leaders on Thursday, where the Aleppo crisis is set to dominate discussions about the bloc's future ties with Moscow. European diplomats said late last week that foreign ministers would discuss fresh targeted sanctions against the Assad regime on Monday. Federica Mogherini, the EU's foreign policy chief, confirmed that was an option. The EU has sanctions on the Syrian regime, as you know, and there are discussions on that. For sure, that could be possible, she told reporters while on her way into the meeting. The EU has already targeted more than 200 top Syrian political and military officials with an asset freeze and travel ban, including President Bashar al-Assad. It has also placed sanctions on sectors of the economy, including an oil embargo. Diplomats have said about 20 new people could be targeted. However, there is little consensus on what the bloc can do to push Russia to end its air attacks on Aleppo. Russia says its actions are aimed at wiping out terrorist groups. Some EU member states are pushing for a discussion on targeted sanctions against Russian officials when the bloc's leaders meet in Brussels on Thursday, although no specific proposal has yet been made. What is happening in Aleppo is a human catastrophe, said French Foreign Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault. We have a debate today where we will examine all the options which will allow us to put much stronger pressure on the regime of Bashar al-Assad, but also on